It is kind of our mission every morning to go in and come up with ideas and jokes.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 behind-the-scenes facts about South Park.
I hate writing so much because the writing part of it is actually so, lonely and sad, because it's just...
For this list, we'll be looking at bits of trivia you may not have known about the inner workings and history of Comedy Central's favorite animated town. What's your favorite episode of South Park? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. 6 Days to Air. In the modern day of television animation, South Park far exceeds the production cycle of any other show.
We're doing it, 6 days. No one does an animated show like this.
Where Family Guy takes 10 months to produce an episode, South Park goes from conception to being on the air in 6 days. This rapid-fire schedule has allowed the show to remain as topical as late-night television. This staggering accomplishment is possible because both creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, are still an integral part of the episodic process. Instead of handing the reins to someone else, they write every episode, do most of the voices, and contribute to virtually every aspect of what goes into making an episode.
There's a show on this Wednesday. We don't even know what it is. And even though that's the way we've always done it, there's this little thing going, oh, you're screwed.
Since starting their 6-day schedule, they've only missed it once due to an unexpected power failure. Number 9. The origins of Cartman's name. Much like many other characters on the show, Eric got his name from someone the creators knew. Matt Cartman was a friend of the show's creators and was described as a bit of an obnoxious, overweight kid who always had great comeback lines. During a 1995 Super Bowl party, Cartman jumped to give a high five to his friends, which was met with a quick, "Shut up, Cartman."
Why do we even hang out with him anyway? Hello? I've been saying this for years.
Trey jumps up and explains, "Cartman, that's the perfect name for the fat kid."
Yes, it's all finally come to fruition. The final cog in my master plan.
Cartman's character had previously been known as Kenny in the Jesus vs. Frosty short film.
There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
But after that fateful party, Eric Cartman was born. Number 8. Celebrity crush gets job. When a new show becomes a massive success, there's inevitably a rush of calls from different actors and actresses who want to be a part of it.
After the Mr. Hanky episode, there were a lot of calls rolling in. A lot of celebrities wanted to do voices on the show.
South Park was no different. So after the studio told the creators they basically could have anyone they want, they responded with,
"We want Robert Smith and that chick from Species." Those were really the only two people we cared about.
Having watched her movie not long beforehand, Natasha Henstridge had caught their attention, and it landed her a voiceover role on the show. Apparently quite nervous about doing voice work, she played the part of the substitute teacher, whom everyone got a crush on.
Now, children, I know that you must be very upset about your teacher having surgery, but I promise I'll try to make things as easy as possible for all of us.
Looks like this was life imitating art. Number 7. They bought the real Casa Bonita. It was the one place Cartman wanted to go so bad that he hid Butters in a bomb shelter.
Now, Butters, listen. No matter what happens, no matter what you hear, do not come out. If I don't make it back in time with the others, then it will be up to you to repopulate the Earth.
Based on a real restaurant located in Lakewood, Colorado, the show's creators have been to the real deal and spun an entire episode about the famous landmark, even getting permission from the previous owners.
This Saturday for my birthday, my mom says she's taking me to Casa Bonita in Denver, and I get to invite 3 friends.
Having made comments about their love for the place previously, it should come as no surprise that when the place went up for sale, they went after it. In an interview with Colorado Governor Jared Polis, they officially announced that they had indeed purchased the property.
We've come to an agreement with the owner, and we bought it.
Yeah.
Congratulations! One can only wonder what kind of touch these two will add to this iconic location. Number 6. 24 sent them a real suitcase nuke as a thank you. In season 11, South Park decided to do their own version of Fox's 24, with Cartman playing the Jack Bauer character.
The following takes place between recess and geography class.
The premise of the episode is all around how a terrorist intends to use a snook or suitcase nuke on Hillary Clinton. The episode does a fantastic job of mirroring most of what fans would catch from 24, but the best part came behind the scenes.
You answer to me, you got that? Excuse me, who's in charge here?
I am.
Yeah, well, not anymore, you're not. This department has just been assigned to the FBI. That's outrageous! On whose order?
A few weeks after the episode aired, South Park received a suitcase from the producers of 24. Inside, they found one of the suitcase nuke props from their show with a note saying, "Matt and Trey, here's a snook of your very own." Now that's how you take a good joke.
We do this my way. I'm the one in charge.
Not anymore, you're not.
Oh, snap.
Number 5. John and Jane Smith. We've had other South Park lists that have spoken about the controversy around the Tom Cruise-centered Trapped in the Closet episode.
Tom! Hey, Tom, it's John Travolta.
Oh, hey, John.
Tom, you gotta come out of the closet. Oh, my God.
As he learns the truth about Stan, he threatens him by saying,
I will! I'll sue you in England!
Notorious for many things, Scientology is also famous for its use of litigation against those who speak out against the religion's practices. Cleverly aware of this already, the show took one last potshot at Scientology by listing everyone in the credits as either John Smith or Jane Smith to dodge possible lawsuits. It wouldn't take a rocket scientist to know who the real people were, but it was a clever way to keep some sense of privacy against prying eyes.
Well, go on then, sue me!
We're going to!
Okay, good! Do it! I'm not scared of you! Sue me!
Number 4. Kenny's death tagline. Kenny's death was a recurring gag during the earlier seasons of the show. No matter what seemed to be happening, he'd end up dead, and the boys would utter their now well-known catchphrase,
Oh my God! They killed Kenny! You bastard!
As a viewer, you'd think they'd be talking to whomever had taken his poor life within the show. In reality, however, the characters are actually going full meta and are talking to the writers of the show.
The family's entitled to the rest of this.
What, Kenny? He dies all the time!
Trey and Matt have gone on record saying that when Kyle is yelling out the final line, it's actually to them. It does look as if they got tired of screaming at themselves as Kenny's death tapered off considerably later in the show's run.
What are you doing, Kenny? Wow.
Number 3. Les Claypool wrote the theme song. Known for their more obscure songs and wicked bass lines, Primus has been a staple of the music scene for years. So when South Park's Spirit of Christmas was making the rounds, Primus frontman Les Claypool had seen it and had no issues with working on a song for the upcoming television program. The only issue was the end result was far too long to be an intro song. After a back and forth between the show and the band, they simply sped up the original and had Claypool re-record his vocals.
I'm going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time.
The original can be heard as the outro of the show as the credits roll. Number 2. George Clooney has had 2 cameos. As previously mentioned, there was a time when celebrities wanted parts on South Park. Jerry Seinfeld famously wanted to be on the show, but Matt and Trey only wanted him to do the voice of Turkey Number 2 in a Thanksgiving special.
So we said, okay, he can be a turkey in the Thanksgiving episode. And they're like, well, this is Jerry Seinfeld. He's huge.
George Clooney, who famously made 300 copies of the Spirit of Christmas VHS recording, has had 2 cameos within the South Park world. Much like how Jay Leno did the voice of Cartman's cat, Clooney played the part of Stan's gay dog.
Turkey, where'd you get that pink scarf?
But his more noticeable cameo came in the movie South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, where he played the surgeon who tried to save Kenny's life. Instead, he transplanted his heart with a baked potato.
Kenny, can you hear me?
Shit, dude.
How are you feeling, son?
Yeah, I hate Kenny.
Great. Son, I have some bad news. We accidentally replaced your heart with a baked potato. You have about 3 seconds to live.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Construction paper pilot. Try this. Go watch the first episode of South Park back from season 1. Then watch the second episode and comment down below on how much of a difference you notice.
We don't believe for a minute that you won that contest fairly, fat boy.
Despite the fact that it has the same animation style and everything looks virtually the same, there is something noticeably unique about the pilot episode. What you're seeing is not computer-generated imagery, but stop-motion photography.
Check it out, dude. The camera shoots 1 frame at a time. So, all we gotta do is put the right mouth on, according to what syllable they're pronouncing at that frame. Easy.
The first entire episode was shot in about 70 days using construction paper cutouts. Each piece of paper would be moved slightly, a keyframe shot, and then repeated again and again until the whole scene was filmed.
It took the guys 2 to 3 hours to do one shot, and it took pretty much all summer to do the pilot.
Thankfully, now the show uses computers for everything, making it possible to churn out episodes so quickly.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.